I'm really feeling it!
I haven't really talked about this series before, but as someone who makes videos about Nintendo games, can it just be assumed that I hold more hype for the release of this game than I would for the second coming of Jesus? It's the only franchise I know of which its hype machine is comparable to the fucking Death Star. The new stages, the new features, damn sparkling, beautiful new graphics, and of course, best of all is the new characters. Characters in Smash Bros. Are something so magical. Unlike most fighting games, each character, with a few notable exceptions, plays completely differently from any other, and their movesets are jam-packed with references, unique specials, awesome final smashes, and a whole bunch of creativity and care. Of all the newcomers revealed for the next Smash Bros. Game coming out next week, here are the ones I'm looking forward to playing as the most. My only rules being only the ones that were officially announced. So no or if you know what I'm saying. I'm not at all familiar with the Fire Emblem franchise, so I was surprised and a little shocked to see not only both Marth and Ike returning, but those two also being met with two newcomers. The first looked to be a boring, flat Marth clone, but the second really piqued my interests. Robin. He's got some kind of magic book, thunder projectiles, and a really impractical looking sword. I mean, come on, how are you gonna fit that into a suitcase? The whole thing's absurd. But basic logic aside, Robin looks to be one of the most dynamic and interesting characters announced. As sort of a combination of the classic Fire Emblem reliance on swords, but now also with a focus on projectiles, magic and spells, he's certainly one that I'm looking out for. Perhaps just because I know and can predict so little about him. He looks cool, I guess. Good justification for your entries is for scrubs. Man, Rosalina is getting around a lot these days. For someone who played a small role in one Mario game, it's kind of weird to see her crop up in Galaxy 2, Mario Kart 7, 8, Wii, GPDX, Mario Party, Mario Golf, 3D Worlds postgame, and now Smash Bros. 4 too? Awesome! She seems to fill in the void left by the Ice Climbers, being that you can control two characters, her and her Luma. Let's just hope she doesn't share the same ridiculous chain-grabbing abilities, am I right? Oh jeez, I cry. I'm a big fan of the sleeker and elegantly moving characters like Lucas and Mewtwo, and seeing as though both of those were cut, Rosalina seems to all too perfectly fit the bill. In her reveal trailer, she only actually starts fighting halfway in, and most of that is just her moving things with her magic gravity manipulation. Not to mention, her video alone shows countless moves that all look really fun to use, like surrounding herself with all available items. That could come in handy. While not having as much of an iconic presence as many of the other characters in the game, Rosalina looks to be one of my possible mains simply for her unique movesets and style. I try not to build up my expectations for games like this because I'll always end up just disappointing myself. But there were three characters that I really wanted and expected to see in this new installment, and I'm very glad to say that two of them made it in. For anyone wondering, the other one was Layton. Professor Layton should totally have been in this game, it would have been great, and I still haven't given up hope. I'll never give up hope! Come on Layton, you can be in this thing, I believe in you! Wait, where was I? Oh yes, I remember. Apparently, I wasn't the only one a little bummed out that Little Mac had been demoted to an assist trophy in Brawl, but with another fairly recent game under his belt, it seemed only fitting to have his inclusion in this game. Of all the newcomers revealed, I think Little Mac is the one I'm most looking forward to how he's going to play mechanically, in that it should be interesting to get hold of someone so incredibly unbalanced. Sakurai described him as having an incredible land game with multiple quick punches with fair power behind them, but in the air, he's practically useless. On top of that, as in the games he dwells from, he has a bar that fills up with minor hits, and when full, he can release a supercharged attack. In short, this means he should end up as being one mixed bag, or a walking time bomb of sorts, where, especially in 4-player free-for-alls, fighting against him will be a gamble to whether your next hit will be a light jab or a full-forced slammer. Truly, he's a massive wonders already, representing a franchise that well deserves its credit in this series, and I personally cannot wait to try him out. I adore the Mega Man series. From the retro 8-bit originals to the new retro 8-bit sequels, the franchise has scarcely released a bad game. If we forget about that era where he went a bit iffy in the early 2000s.
What am I fighting for?
Yeah, I mean, we still won Zero.
And ever since the NES days, the Blue Bomber always seemed to feel most at home on Nintendo consoles. Putting him in Smash Bros. Makes, if anything, too much sense. For me, and I'm sure for many others, his phenomenal reveal trailer was what really started off the engines of this hype bullet train, so to speak. It's frickin' Mega Man! His attacks are based off a compilation of Robot Master weapons from the classic series. His final smash is a grand celebration of the entire Mega franchise, with all alternate Mega Mans appearing. His throws are all Guts Man, his standard attack is the Mega Buster, which I think is a first for anyone's standard attacks being projectile based. He looks so cool, and I cannot wait to open my copy of Smash Bros. Upon release and just start wrecking shit up as this guy. He was my #1 most wanted newcomer for this game, and I am so glad he made it in. Not to mention his entrance trailer was the coolest of them all, and that character art, freaking amazing. I can't believe I'm even saying this, especially knowing what my #1 actually is, but there is, however, one fighter whom I'm even more hyped for than Mega Man. God save us all. Yep, above all the fan favourites, the wishlist wonders and obscure but awesome surprises is possibly the most unexpected character, the Wii Fit Trainer. I cannot wait to play as the Wii Fit Trainer. This is exactly what I love about the Smash Bros. Series. Literally no one expected her. Okay, literally just one person expected her, and yet here she is. Presented proudly as a place in Nintendo's history alongside Mario, Link, and Greninja. It's pretty easy to see why she's such a great candidate for a Smash Bros. Fighter. Because A, as much as the hardcore crowd will shun her, the Wii line of games, not least Wii Fit, were extremely popular and definitely a part of Nintendo's lineage. B, she looks really fun to play as, and C, this game is made by Sakurai, and he does whatever he goddamn pleases. And if that entails giving 3 character slots exclusively to the game of which he last worked most closely on, then so very be it. I mean, the Wii Fit Trainer just looks so hilariously out of place in this game, and I absolutely love it. She sort of fills in the void left by the possible removal of Game & Watch in many ways. Both are from less discussed, but still very important parts of the Big N's catalogue, and both have movesets that are almost entirely made up from moves and positions that weren't originally meant to be offensive attacks. Game & Watch with his various LCD jobs and makeshift weapons, and the Wii Fit Trainer with the yoga positions? Yup, seemingly all her main attacks are just running at people, stretching out, finding her inner zen, then smack that bitch. Also, as if it's even worth mentioning, her intro trailer, it's hilarious and brilliant. Looking at it at the moment, Smash Bros. 4 might have my favourite selection of characters. A few of my mains from Brawl, including Lucas and Rob, have been cut, but the roster looks to be incredible. And standing among it all is the one I'm looking forward to playing as most when at last I get my hands on it, the fantastic Wii Fit Trainer. Thank you for watching this list. I am so hyped for this game. Are you? Can you even not be? It's just that crazy intense feeling you only get every 5 years or so. So, you know, no big deal. And who are you most looking forward to playing as from the game? I know a lot of people would have said Palutena, Pac-Man or the Villager, but they didn't really rank up too highly with me. Palutena is a close #6, probably. Anyway, I'm rambling, so let's wrap this up. Links to bigger and less rushed videos can be found above. Remember to like, comment, favourite and subscribe, and I hope to see you on a future video. Cheerio!